For those who haven't seen, these are the proportions of the face. So basically, if you were drawing a face, you always think about make a couple of marks at the top and the bottom of the head. Okay, so not the face, we're talking about the whole head, so the hairline's in there and everything. Then do a little rough measurement. Halfway down is the line for the eyes. Halfway down is the line for the bottom of the nose, and halfway down is the line for the mouth. Now that's very rough. It's not exactly how it is, and if you were drawing a portrait, well, people definitely change in their proportions, but just as a rough guide. So then we need to get down a bit of an egg shape. Okay, so this is again very rough, and I'm using my pencil quite dark here. Normally I'd be doing this in a very light pencil. Right, so this is where our egg comes into it, because this is the shape we work with. So in there we can put our eyes, and we know that the distance between each eye is the same as the length of the eye itself. So you can try this measuring yourself in the mirror, and you'll see that that distance is the same as that distance as the same as that distance. So it actually cuts into 5. Okay, and then we've got a bit of a nose shape. Now noses are interesting because we're not going to draw the whole nose. Like, you're not going to draw the knob on the end of your nose. It can just make your drawing look really ugly. So just draw an impression to start with. And this line is the line inside your mouth. So your lips fit onto that line. So just going really quickly now, you can fill that in with an eye shape. Like so. And put the rest of the eyes in. You can put your eyelids in, and then your brow, which of course is slightly different for everybody, and everybody's brows are different. Okay, and then with the nose, we've got the area that is the nostrils, but if we put the whole lot in there, it can actually look really kind of piggy-like, so we don't do that. We just do a bit of a suggestion, okay? And then we can put the lips on, and that's where you would actually really look at somebody. So if you're drawing your eggs today and you decide to draw each other on your eggs, well, it can be really funny and really cool because you are really looking at each other to draw. And if you wanted to put ears in, ears fit where they attach to your head is in line with your eyes, and where they finish is in line with the bottom of your nose. So, like so. Like so. And then a hairline. You know, some people's is halfway down, some people's is a little bit higher. So you could just work that out as well. So they're the basic proportions of the face, and that's all you need to know to begin with. The other thing that is really good to use are some smudge sticks. So I'll show you how to use those actually on the eggs. Now with the egg itself, the lovely thing about drawing on the egg is it actually is a 3D shape. So immediately our drawing is going to come onto here and look 3D. So same thing that we need to do as we did with our drawing. So we know the height, so a rough estimate halfway and halfway and halfway and halfway. Okay, I'll just do a bit darker so you guys can see that. Right, and then from there you're actually draw. So I'm going to start with my eyes again, and you'll see it is a little bit tricky. You can use your rubber onto the egg if you want to, and yeah, you'll just see it is tricky drawing onto it because it is a 3D shape. It's not as even as on the you know, paper, but it will come up with a really nice drawing at the end of it because it is a 3D shape. So the same thing, just getting that rough in to start with, and then you can put just a few extra. We're going to use a smudge stick on these, so you will be fine to just not do too much detail to start with, because we'll put that in as we go along with the smudge stick especially. Alright, and the fun thing is that you can end up with a whole heap of these, and when you know, go to boil them or whatever you're going to do, it might come off, it might not, it really doesn't matter. Or if you do it on a boiled egg, you know, you can serve it up on whoever's plate with a picture of themselves, and that could be quite funny in itself. I'm going to put an ear in there. And the hairline's going to come around to there, and I could really keep going around the back, but I'm not going to. So onto these smudge sticks. So this is a commercial smudge stick that you buy, which you can see I've used this one for charcoal. So you can use these and it'll actually smudge your line and give it a little bit more form. So form is the 3D effect, but if you haven't got one of those, what you can use is a cotton bud. Just get your cotton bud. The end of it is too thick and too awful, so just get there and just pull it off until you've got that end, and just a little bit of wadding on the top, like that. I might have pulled a little bit much off, but you can see it's kind of got a pointy end in it now. And so that's a really great little smudge stick. I have pulled a little bit too much off this one. Okay, and so you just work some form into your drawing. We're going to come back and draw over what you've smudged, because it's a work in progress. You smudge and draw and smudge and draw. Okay, and actually I'm not getting the definition that I need with this one, so I'm actually just going to make up a new smudge stick using a tissue. And to show you how to make another improvised smudge stick, I've just got a pen which has a really nice sharp point on it, and I'm just going to put that into my tissue. Thing is, you want to make the point, so just wrap it carefully around there to make a good point and hold that, or you could grab a little bit of tape and just hold that in place so that your tissue you know, doesn't bubble up and make it thick again, because you want this, the whole point of this is I want it to be really nice and fine. Okay, oh, and you can see I went and got a stand for my egg, so that's a little bit easier. So I'm just going to go for it on smudging this a little bit more, and then I'll draw into it quite a bit more as well. Nice thing is, once these smudge sticks start to get a little bit of graphite on them, they actually kind of almost draw for themselves, so that you see, look, I'm going to put in some shape on the cheeks just from what's on the tissue there. So it's very temporary kind of art, you know, and that doesn't matter. It's all the thing is it's actually in the making of it and having the fun and practice of it, and the fact that they just look so quirky because they are 3D already. Okay, so time for a little bit more pencil. And it's a lot easier for me leaning on that stand underneath. It was a bit wobbly before. So here I can be quite fine and I can draw really carefully. So I can get more and more and more detailed in here. However much of the egg I want to cover. Let's do another ear. Okay, I'm putting quite a lot of graphite on there. So I'll just grab my smudge stick and I'm just going to smudge that off a bit as well. And so I could just keep going and going and going on that one. Yeah, so the next lot of videos I'll show you is about how you can make some drawings with character. So there we go. That's our little drawn egg.